Hey guys, welcome back to another special discussion video from Captain Kirk Productions. I am Kirk, and once again we are joined by Dr. Burba
Heyo.
and Drake.
Hola.
And today we are going to be having a Star Wars discussion. As I mentioned in our previous video, Drake is one of the biggest Star Wars fans on the planet, or at least
galaxy.
At least in Cincinnati, probably.
Yeah.
Aside from like my nephew, you probably definitely know the most about Star Wars out of anyone. But he has some very interesting perspectives and thoughts about them that the majority of people would not necessarily agree with or like, and that's fine. Everyone can have their opinion.
Yeah.
So let's start by ranking our favorite Star Wars movies.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Were you not on here for the pre-show?
I wasn't listening to what you guys talked about. So yeah.
Well, then you go first.
We'll get
This will be candid.
Okay.
Candid. We're only doing the episodes, not doing spin-offs.
Okay. That makes it easier.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rank yours. Best to worst.
Episode 6.
That's your favorite?
It's probably my favorite.
Okay.
I really like the indoor battle.
Okay.
So that's really fun.
Yeah, this is already taking a big...
Then let's go 4. So that would have been the first episode that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will go 3.
Wow.
I really like that one. It's kind of dark, and it really kind of ties the first trilogy to the prequel.
Okay.
So I really, really like that one. That one could even maybe be my second.
Okay.
Then we'll go episode 5, 1, 2.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot of comments about this.
What about 7 and 8?
Whew. Do those even make the list? That's a good question. I went into those movies having zero expectations, so I was only minimally disappointed in the outcome in those. I feel like they left a lot more questions unanswered, and it was more of, let's bring some of these old actors in, which I did appreciate and I enjoyed a lot, but I would probably rank them fairly low. I think episode 8 had potential, The Last Jedi, to really do some awesome things, and it kind of fell flat. So,
Would you like to go next?
Yeah. The correct answer,
okay.
Dr. Burber, was, so it would go episode 5, 4, then probably 6,
Okay.
then 3.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
jump back to Revenge of the Sith, and then we would go from there probably Last Jedi, and then probably episode 1, then Force Awakens, and then episode 2.
Yeah.
So you would put... both of you put Force Awakens very low on your list.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
So my thought about Force Awakens was, so I'm not judging any movie. I'm not comparing them to like the feeling of the old trilogy, just based on what I thought of them as a Star Wars movie. And I don't know, Force Awakens, it was good, but I don't know. It didn't really. It's not something I would watch over and over again. I don't know.
No. Got to see Harrison Ford come back in,
That was cool.
and Carrie Fisher, and those were like the 2 highlights of the movie.
All right, now we're going to get into the real list of the real rankings.
Okay.
Now, I agree with you.
Thank you.
Through the first 3 episodes that you mentioned.
Yeah.
So you mentioned 5 is your favorite.
Right.
4 is your second favorite. 6 is your third favorite.
Okay.
I would very much be on board with that.
Okay.
Here's where I differ from both of you. After that, for me, is Last Jedi.
Oh my gosh.
First of all,
I thought you were a Last Jedi hater.
no, I love it. Wait.
Oh!
Sorry.
Ooh.
Not Last Jedi. Scratch that.
Yeah.
Force Awakens. Force Awakens is my 4th movie. And here's why. Because I feel like They did an excellent job with the action, the storytelling, the meshing of the old characters with the new characters, bringing a lot of interest back into the franchise, having a lot of really interesting storylines that got you excited for the next movie, and Ryan Johnson totally dumped on all of it. So, I Force Awakens is 4 for me. 5, I would say Episode 3. 6, I would say Episode 2. No, let me scratch that. I will say Last Jedi over Episodes 1 and 2. For me. Now, I do not like Last Jedi as a Star Wars movie, but as a movie for entertainment, I enjoy watching it. It was good, but for Star Wars and what it could have and should have been, I don't like it. So that's my list.
So one issue with judging The Last Jedi at this point, as a Star Wars movie, is that we don't know how it concludes. If some of these answers that everyone wants to know, who's Rey,
Who was Snoke? Who just
who's
appeared
Snoke?
and then was killed, and then that's it.
If some of those questions are answered in this next movie, then not knowing The Last Jedi suddenly seems like it's okay because we find out eventually.
So you're saying we can't judge Last Jedi until we see this next episode?
Yeah, but I'm saying as a good... So based on the reasons that you don't like it, because we don't find out these things. But just as a movie, as a Star Wars movie, and if you still have it low, then that's fine. But my biggest issue with Last Jedi is the time leap. I completely disagree with them not having a year or 2 or 3 or 4, the time leap between the two movies of Force Awakens and Last Jedi. That totally, for me... it messes up a lot of what I know about Star Wars.
Sorry.
And I that's the one reason why I wasn't, one issue that I have with the whole Force Awakens and Last Jedi.
Well, just again, there were just so many interesting setups for Last Jedi, and Ryan Johnson and everyone knew that they were there, and they just still teased us and then just pooped on them.
Well, why can't they be revealed in the next movie?
So what do you think that they're going to reveal? They already said Rey's a nobody. They already killed Snoke, and they knew we wanted to know about Rey and her backstory. They teased it at least twice throughout the film because they knew we wanted to see it. We're like waiting for it, and then they're just like, oh yeah, it's no big deal, it's nothing. Now, yes, they could fix it, in my opinion. That's what they would be doing in Episode 9 by actually providing something intriguing and interesting, which is my hope is what JJ is going to do. But I've also heard him come out and say that they're not going to undo things. So they could just be saying that just to say it. But I wouldn't count on them exploring these storylines that were set up. So I'd like to hear from you.
Here's my question.
Yes.
A lot of these movies that we were able to see, we saw midnight premiere.
Yeah.
Right. Great.
We did not for The Last Jedi. We waited a couple weeks after that because it just was more convenient to get together as friends. At what point do we stop going to the movies to see these Star Wars movies because they become so terrible?
Well, we didn't see Han Solo together.
I waited until it came out on either video or Netflix.
Han Solo.
Before I
saw
saw
it in
it.
Theaters.
Did I?
Yeah,
we did.
We came here and you
That's
watched
right.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. It wasn't
Honestly,
great, but I liked
the spin-offs seem...
it. Spin-offs are not very good, I would say.
Well, yeah.
But as a Star Wars fan, will you stop watching them at some point?
The spin-offs?
Or any of them?
Well, I mean, I guess the Skywalker trilogy's come to an end, right? So after this, then I think it's all up for grabs. If it's it's no longer the story that I'm eager to hear. So yeah.
Okay, interesting. So Was there anything else you'd like to add, or are you good?
Yeah, I got a live tweet, a question from at Toothless, and at Toothless says it's actually directed to you, Captain Kirk.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, it says, were you a prequel hater? And what's the deal with all your Ohio shirts?
Okay, first question. Am I a prequel hater? No. I don't think that they're great, but I still watch them from time to time. If I'm watching all the movies kind of consecutively, yeah, I'll throw them in there. I really think episode 1 is kind of poor as far as young Anakin Skywalker and, dare we say, Jar Jar Binks. But there are some good qualities to it. Episode 2 was decent. Episode 3 was pretty good, other than the really whiny Anakin kind of storyline. That was really kind of a big thing for me. So no, I wouldn't say that I hate them. I own them all on Blu-ray, all Star Wars movies on Blu-ray. So that's kind of a big deal. Now, Ohio is where we live, and we... Oh, I'm
60%
sorry.
You're actually in Kentucky right now.
Okay. We're basically in Cincinnati, which is Ohio. And Ohio is one of the greatest states in America. Therefore, we have to represent. So that's the answer to the second question.
Wow. Okay.
I will say what the first episode is great for is introducing your kids to Star Wars. Because it's very kid friendly, it's silly, there's nothing too scary, and it's like, oh, we can watch this and it'll be okay. You can watch these people race in pod racers.
Pod racers.
So that was one benefit to the movie, I think.
And the introduction of Darth Maul. I mean, we can all agree he was awesome.
Oh, that's another question we need to address. But let's pause. I'm going to think about it and hold it in my brain while we go to this next question. What are your expectations for episode 9? What would you like to see from this next installment?
Yes, that's a good question. So, honestly, I get the whole producing a movie that the fans don't expect and are surprised. I get that, and that's cool and all. But I would like to feel like the Skywalker trilogy or Skywalker story has come to a conclusion that makes sense to the story, starting back from episode 4. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping there's a conclusion to the story, and I have the conclusion in my mind what that could be.
Ooh.
But
Do tell.
Probably
Would you like to spoil that?
Well, so there's other YouTubers out there that have gone to great lengths to explain what would make a
Good
satisfying
movie?
ending.
Okay.
And so for me, what would be a satisfying ending is if we can come full circle to finally meet the individual that created Anakin to begin with. We all know that Anakin. Darth Plagueis. Well, yes, that in the comics we learned that Palpatine supposedly had a hand in that as well. So whatever that looks like, it would be satisfying to kind of wrap it up by introducing the creator of Anakin and allowing Ben Kenobi or Ben.
What Ben are we talking about? There's only one Ben, right?
Ben, right. Wait, Ben Kenobi, right?
Yes.
No, not Ben Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
No, not Obi-Wan. I'm having a...
Luke Skywalker. Han Solo.
No,
Chewbacca.
No. Luke, Leia's son.
Leia's son.
Yeah.
Who's Leia's son?
Oh, come on.
The guy with...
He's the guy with the
Oh,
mask.
Kylo.
Ren.
What's his name?
Kylo Ren.
No.
Ben.
Oh, I said Ben. Not
Ben
Kenobi.
Solo.
Ben Solo. Sorry. allowing Ben Solo to end that circle.
Okay.
I'm done.
That's good. Would you like to go next?
Yeah.
What I
was
would
the
hope from the
question?
movie?
What
Oh,
are
yeah.
your expectations?
Some sort of
and
explanation about any of the questions that remain. All right, there has to be some sort of Rey story, or this is just terrible. There has to be like some sorts of Knights of Ra. I mean, they've mentioned that. Ren. Sorry, yeah,
Raw
Knights
is
of
the-
Ben Solo.
yeah. Ben Solo. You know, we'll just mix up all the names.
Ben Solo. I said
But I mean, they keep showing those, and we've seen absolutely nothing on that.
Right.
right.
Snoke, I guess, has kind of come and gone since he's no longer in existence. So that storyline was awesome. They introduce him and then just kill him. So that was great. You've been very sarcastic.
That was a good lightsaber.
That was
battle.
very good.
That was
No,
my
it was
favorite part.
interesting.
Yeah.
But there was no story to it.
I agree.
Like you can show awesome lightsaber battles, but then
Then what
Yeah.
differentiates you from the
Yeah.
other just dumb popcorn action flick, right?
yep.
We
They
need
might as
to
well just
fur-
put Bruce Willis in
Exactly.
I would
going
love
through
that.
some sort of air duct.
Die Hard number 18.
Oh.
Yeah.
He pops out.
Yeah, and then
like in the middle of all the whole fight,
Yep.
takes his gun out. Yeah, let's see if they can
Yeah.
do that.
So I'm more so on board with what you're saying is some type of loose end tie up,
Yep.
not just all these unanswered questions that they're just like, eh.
And I would like to see Kylo Ren completely go to the dark side and not just kind of flirting with the light side stuff.
Just
I want to see him just
commit.
go full in. Him and Rey fight.
Would you like to see Rey turn evil, or would you like to see her remain with the light side?
I would like to see her remain with the light side for the sole reason if she went evil, then we'd have to have someone who is on the light side to fight
To
them,
balance,
and then
right.
they'd have to make 3 more movies at least.
What if
and
there was-
I really don't want to see that.
What if there's a switch? Kylo goes to light, Rey goes to evil. What do you think?
That would leave more questions than answers, just like the rest of the movies.
You know what I think is going to happen?
Yes, that's what the whole episode's about.
And this is what I think is going to happen. Thank you for teeing me up there. They're going to surprise a 2-parter finale. 2-part finale. They do the first part at the end of this
That
year.
is so terrible.
And then they make us wait another 2 years.
So episode 9 and 9.5?
9.5.
Okay.
There's no way JJ can wrap all this up in one
I believe
episode.
in JJ, okay?
And JJ we trust.
In JJ. Come on now. Star Trek? What about...
I'm more.
He's gonna make Star Wars great again.
Super 8 was way better than.
I did not care for Super
Oh.
8. Maybe I'll watch it again and
It
give
was
it another
great.
chance. I'll
Super
give it another
8,
chance.
So Steven Spielberg-esque. It's great.
Then was Spielberg involved, or are you just comparing it?
No, but this was an
You're saying it's like
homage to his Stevens work.
All right, I'll have to watch it again.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Now let's go
That's
back.
Great.
This is going to be the last question, unless I come up with something really interesting.
Or our Twitter
Yeah,
peeps have.
there's a lot of people following us right now.
Should I read the
many.
tweet?
No. All right, here's what we're gonna do.
There is a tweet asked about Dr. Burber's beard. Can you
Yeah.
point us to a YouTube video that you've made recently?
Oh, that's true. I do have a YouTube video where me and my wife go through how I make my beard oil.
And how can we find that? Is it like Dr. Eric Burba's beard medicine? If you
Search
that?
Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. That's
And-
his
Yeah.
wife.
Let's just say my wife changes her accounts and names so frequently that I don't know what the current one is, so I
She's-
cannot pour
She's
anyone
not
that
gonna like
direction.
that
Yeah.
when she watches this.
Yeah.
She's a perfectionist. She's always got to change it.
Yes, she does.
Why is she
yeah.
changing her name? Is she being banned for some reason?
No,
Yeah,
it's not like that.
Yeah.
I think it's just because these videos peak so quickly
I see.
that
That makes sense.
you just want to get some new following base. Because
Right.
once you hit the top, it's like, okay, well,
Where do you go?
Yeah,
It's lonely.
yeah, it is very.
All right. So my question is, what is the best lightsaber battle from any of the movies? I'll give you a moment to think while I give you mine.
I already got one.
Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn. First of all, takes on 2 Jedi, double lightsaber, which is amazing. It's freaking awesome. When he just is like, and he's like staring at him with his little horns and stuff. Best lightsaber battle, period. Next. Oh, are you not ready? Next.
Yeah.
All right, so my favorite, and I agree, that one,
Mm-hmm.
Darth Maul, that one's awesome. But just for the whole wow factor for me when I'm watching it, like a lightsaber battle I could watch over and over on loop, would be Episode 5 when Luke is fighting Darth Vader in that whatever it is, some kind of hallway, and it's dark, and that is the best. It's just all the great memories of Star Wars come right at me.
And you?
I'd have to say the Darth Maul too, but not to say the same answer. The Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan fight in Episode 3 at the end, where Obi-Wan gets the high ground.
Nice. Now, honorable mention, Adam Geringer would say it's the Yoda Count Dooku fight. I would disagree, but I would give him a shout out just for that.
I'm a big fan of Count Dooku. I mean, maybe.
And yet you still didn't mention him, so.
Well, that's true, but I would say Count Dooku is even cooler in stories outside of the movies, So anyway, big shout out to Count Dooku.
Nice. All right, any other questions?
Yeah, we have
an
a
answer. Oh.
Twitter, a tweet from at Banana Stacks. At Banana Stacks, the question is, so it's another Star Wars related question.
I would hope so.
Sorry, yeah. It's a good one actually. It's what do you think about the new trilogies being made reportedly by Rian Johnson and the Game of Thrones crew? I don't know their names, but they didn't say their names.
Okay. Well, who would like to start?
Probably Dr. Barba.
I'm going to pass.
Okay.
All right, here's what I'll say. If Rian Johnson has anything to do with Star Wars, it is not exciting. It is not anything I'm looking forward to. So no, I'm not. I don't know what the question was, but was it?
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are I'm not excited. Earlier, I believe last week, there was a report that Rian Johnson was not doing the next trilogy, and I texted all of us, and I was like, yes, I'm so excited. And then next day, it was like, Rian Johnson is still blah, 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 going to be directing Star Wars, and I was just like, crap. So, not excited. I haven't heard anything about the Game of Thrones people.
Yeah.
Really doesn't change much for me. So, that's just kind of where I'm at right now.
I mean, I think so. Rian Johnson could do a great job if it's not a story that we're already accustomed to.
You want something fresh.
Yeah, like he could do something.
You want a lot of questions put out there that he will not answer for the other.
He didn't actually ask the questions. That was JJ.
Yeah.
I'm
so he will ask
JJ
no
fan.
Questions. Give
Exactly.
us nothing new. Okay.
Exactly. No questions.
No
everything
answers.
new. He likes to throw things at us. But I'm saying if he could create a new trilogy and make whatever he wanted to in the Star Wars universe, he could do it, and it would be good. But just because it's not something that we're familiar with, and the Game of Thrones people, I don't know. I didn't watch Game of Thrones. So.
Me neither. You?
Yeah, no.
I think we're the only 3 people that don't watch it.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Here's who directs it. Episode 9. M. Night. And the twist at the end is this was all Anakin's dream, and none of it over the last 9 episodes ever occurred.
That would be the best.
It was just this kid who just dreamt all this up because he
And-
grew up in this poor, terrible place in Tatooine.
And everyone is dead around him. It's like ghosts.
It could be the kid from Last Jedi who plays with the broom.
Yeah.
It's his dream.
It's his dream.
And then he sees dead people.
He sees dead
and it brings them all full circle. And like just flips the table, walks out, and it's amazing.
I would love. So I like Shyamalan. I know, he's kind of beaten and battered these days, but I'm a big fan. I mean, some of the stuff is not so good, but I haven't seen Glass.
I haven't seen it yet.
Or-
We had this conversation on the way here.
Or Split. I haven't seen either.
So you're a big fan, basically.
Yeah, I watched all his earlier stuff.
Oh, okay.
Let's name them. I See Dead People. Sixth
Sixth
Sense. Sixth Sense was good.
The Happening.
The Happening. Yeah, that was kind of good.
The
The
Village.
Village.
The Village was not as good.
Really? We liked it.
Yeah, we liked
Really?
it. Yeah, it was
I
really
feel
good.
like it went like this, but
Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water.
yeah, that was kind of good.
Yeah.
Last Airbender. Did he do that?
He did do Last
I
Airbender.
hadn't seen that
We were also discussing this.
Yeah.
I know this is deviating from the topic, but
a little bit.
I mean, everyone stopped watching by this point anyway.
pretty much.
How long is this video?
I don't know. We'll just let it roll. So
Probably 40 minutes.
hopefully my battery still works.
Yeah.
It's probably dead.
We
It's
both
not
like.
recorded anyway.
We just touched.
Somebody go check. Go check.
I'm gonna go check.
No, it's the light's still on, so it's good.
What light?
On the mic.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
but it's getting the
powered.
power from there. We
didn't
both
realize
liked Last Airbender, but like most, like the very vast majority of people hate it. So
I wonder
we're
if-
just not sure if it just didn't like
Yeah.
go with, from the source material that
Yeah.
it came. If that's why people are upset.
I'm
but-
wondering if it's the.
That could have been.
Well, no one on this panel watched the actual cartoon.
Just a couple episodes here or there. Yeah.
Because fans in general, if you deviate from source material, they flip out.
You know what I would like to see?
What?
Okay, I know this has already been done, but I want to see it made by
Disney will definitely do this then.
They'll buy it and
Yeah.
do it.
a Dragon Ball Z a movie that's actually legit. Like
Live
not-
real action?
Yeah, real action,
Yeah.
but legit. Like there was a real action.
I
You
did
don't
not
think that
watch
would be
it.
awful?
It was
It was terrible.
terrible, but Shyamalan could do this, guys.
Ooh.
If we write him, there's a good chance.
Yeah.
I would agree.
I mean, like you got Goku, you got Piccolo,
Who would Shyamalan be in the
Yeah.
episode? Because he's in all of his movies.
probably
What
Master
character?
Roshi.
That's what I was thinking too. He's so cool.
Oh gosh. All right.
Does anyone know what we're talking about? Yeah, I'm sure.
Nobody
they
does.
This is getting better and better.
No one
Just
has
keep
any
this
idea.
going.
No one has any idea what we're
I
talking
think
about.
people know Dragon Ball Z.
Well, yeah, Dragon Ball Super's on Adult Swim right now.
What is it?
Dragon Ball Super. It's the next saga after Dragon Ball Z.
Really?
Yeah.
It's on. Huh.
Yep.
I never got into it.
Well,
I know you guys
Wow.
always watched it, and I think I tried to watch a couple times. I had no clue what was going on, and I was just like, I'm not gonna go for this.
Well, honestly, so Dragon Ball Z was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, but that was the only what series or whatever that actually aired in the U.S. for during our time as children.
except for Gundam Wing.
Well, yeah, Gundam Wing was awesome.
Yeah.
So
Which is they're coming out with the new stuff on that too.
Gundam Wing was amazing.
Yeah.
There's a Gundam Wing or Gundam
Gundam
Unicorn on Netflix, which I haven't watched, but I don't. But yeah, they're coming out with a new Gundam Wing.
Yeah, a new movie or something. I saw it at the movie theater as a preview.
Watch Gundam Wing and watch Dragon Ball Z, guys.
Yeah.
Shazam.
Ooh.
Wow, it's not out yet.
Well, when it comes out.
Yeah.
Shazam. Eric said he didn't like the trailer.
And then,
Why?
but I don't like any superhero movies anymore.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
so burnt
true.
out.
Honestly,
I haven't
I'm
watched,
right
like,
there
any-
with you.
Honestly,
I'm slogging my way through Avengers on Netflix. I think I'm like 3/4 of the way. Or
guys,
no,
this is
maybe
not stuff we should be revealing to our
One
audience.
third of the way through it. Wow.
Infinity War, really?
Yeah, I mean,
I've
come
not even
on.
started it.
How many times can what's his name punch people in the throat? I mean, there's only so many times,
What are you talking about?
right? What's the
I've not seen it.
what's his name?
Thanos?
Thanos, yeah.
Just throw punching
This is
everyone.
his first time like in the movie.
But I'm saying in the actual movie, I've seen a third of it so far. That's all he's
Punch.
doing, punching,
Throw punch.
throw punch, dead,
Throw
throw
punch.
punch, dead. I mean, come on.
You know what? Let's bring him in episode 9 of Star Wars. He can just come through and throw punch everybody. Series is over.
It can all take place in the same universe. Star Wars and Avengers.
Oh, don't give Disney any ideas.
Don't worry, they'll do it.
There it is. Oh,
And they'll make it PG-13.
Okay.
oh,
So children can go watch it.
I'd like to see that. We have another tweet coming in. It's a question from
Good.
At iSockets. At iSockets. They're saying the question is. It's actually directed to you.
Oh, good.
What?
What?
No one else has got a question.
Well, this is your
directed to me.
channel.
This is your channel.
That's
they
true.
know at Captain Kirk Productions. All right. The question is favorite type of of toast. It's like a toast question, I think. Like, what kind of toast? What do you like to do with your toast?
I must have been a little confused that this was a Star Wars episode, but let's hear them out.
I personally do not eat toast.
Really?
I'm not a toast person.
What about
I
French toast?
eat eggs and I eat bacon. That's about it. If I was to eat toast, it would either be with butter. I have not had avocado toast, which is very popular nowadays. I'm sure it's good.
Huge in the East Coast. Though.
And I think when I was younger, I ate toast with peanut butter on it, which was also really good.
What about toast and jelly, man?
No. Toast, butter, cinnamon sugar.
Oh, I've done that.
Boom.
That's good. But it's also really bad for you. It has a lot of sugar.
Boom.
I would just go toast and butter.
We ate like a bunch of pizza tonight. You're talking about stuff that's bad for us.
Well,
He'll eat salad tomorrow.
I'll eat salad.
Yeah.
I offer salad. Salad was available, guys.
Yeah, why didn't you get salad?
I don't know. No one ever asked for it.
You just said you were getting it, so I just... But
Well,
then,
it was there. It's in there. It just didn't make it out of the fridge.
So if there's anyone still watching this, and you've made it this far through our ramblings and our things, just leave a comment what your favorite type of toast is. So one that we can actually see if anyone's made it this far and really trudged it out.
If you do, you could get a
entered into a drawing
Ooh.
from Dr. Burba, who will send you an item.
Item of his choosing.
Yes.
Any item I can pick?
You can just mail it.
That's
As
if
long
they
as you can
win.
mail it.
If they win the drawing.
If they win the drawing.
And you have to be able to mail it.
They will message me their address. I will relate to you, and you can send them an item of your choice as the prize.
Totally down. If you have lasted this long, wow.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and say we can cut this off.
Any more tweets?
Any more?
Let me see. I mean, they're coming, but we don't have to answer them all.
Maybe we can...
I would like to say, guys, thanks for tweeting us. There's a lot of activity happening here, and I don't want to... We've only answered 2 or 3 questions, but there's probably like 30 here. So I feel like we're not doing the service to the group.
Maybe
we should
next
answer.
time we can do a live video, which could potentially be an awful idea. Or we can also answer
Awfully great.
questions. Awfully great idea.
That's a great idea.
Awfully great.
So we'll have to collaborate on this next time.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. Anyone out there that would like to be part of the show, just text us your headshot, and we could maybe as a guest.
What?
You know, like one of those like actors headshots.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
you just submit that.
It'd be nice to have like a famous person on the show.
Right.
Greg
Or
Oden
just-
could be on our show.
Yeah, perhaps.
When Dr. Chef has connections, so
I'm saying that they could be entered into winning a chance to sit next to us
Mhm.
for the commentary.
that would be a nice prize.
See?
Or we could do a meet and greet at Columbus or Cincinnati Con this year.
Okay, I like this idea.
Meet
Okay,
and greet
we could do
at the
meet
con.
and greet. If you'd like to meet us, guys, it's a small fee of $5 or $10 each. You could meet us, right? Is that it? I mean, it's small fee.
Not too big, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We should start signing stuff. How much does it cost to get a table at the con?
It's probably that much, honestly.
It's probably a decent chunk. I mean,
You think so?
I really don't know. That's what we could do. We could set up a table and pretend we're actually a big deal and see
Well,
if people will pay for our
We
autograph.
kind of are, right?
No, I mean, not yet, but
I mean,
we're getting there.
Yeah. I mean, if you're still watching, then we're a big deal.
Yes.
If you're still watching, you're entered into a drawing for an item for Dr.
Well,
Gerber.
if they put what their favorite type of toast is.
That's the caveat.
Yeah.
But if you're still watching, you have to also put like a smiley face or emoji. Then we know you're still watching. So like your favorite toast and then smiley face. And then
I just got to point out, if our previous videos had trolls, this video is going to blow up with trolls. Comments, worst video I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, honestly,
But if you've watched it for this long,
Yeah,
like
it
seriously,
must
can
be
you say
good.
this is the worst video you've ever seen? And you've like,
No, because these people have probably seen Last Jedi.
you
so.
should have. Ooh, you should stop like 5 minutes in.
Well,
you were feeling this, like
really?
you knew quickly.
we're way off content here, right?
No, we're definitely not way off content.
This is the Star Wars #1 comic, guys, right? And you have a chance of winning if you last this long.
No, we're not giving away Star Wars #1.
I knew that was coming.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
There's one last tweet in. It's,
Sure, give us that last tweet.
It's from. Here it is.
What's the handle?
Yeah, it's from @applesauce. Applesauce. I mean, must like their applesauce. I mean, actually, I'm surprised that one's not taken. So that's good for you. Good for you.
You must have been one of the first users to get on Twitter.
Applesauce. But the E is actually a U, so that means.
That's probably how they got it.
Apple.
What's their question?
It's the question is. Let me just bring it up here. Here it is. Okay, yeah, this is a good one, guys. This is a good one. What will be your next video?
Let's see. I don't have any stuff coming in.
Really?
So my next video should probably be my top 5 comics I'm going to get this year, along with I'm going to C2E2 with Dr. Chef. Neil Adams will be there. I'm going to have him sign some other stuff.
In Chicago, right?
That's in Chicago. I'll probably be showing off what books I'm going to have him sign, because they're going to be a lot different than before. And probably last, I would like to do this company called BCW came out with these graded comic book bins that are plastic.